there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save. And as you can see, we haven't moved on since we last met. Played Tottenham yesterday, won a piece, tried out a new tactic away from home, especially against the big six, and it definitely seems to have worked there. Attacking plays, probably not in the game as much as I wanted, so we just need to tweak it ever so slightly in the next few away games that we play against lesser sides, and see if we can really hone it to the big six. But as always, if you're enjoying the series, why don't you go down there and hit that thumbs up button, follow it up with hitting that subscribe button if you are new around here, and then tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. Today we have got the FA Cup third round against Liverpool, one of our kind of rivals really in this save, and we play them at St James's Park, and then a week later we play United, who see themselves in 8th in the league, and we could pull away from them even more if we beat them in that league game. Only a few more months left of the season. We have had the Champions League draw as well. We play Atleti in the Champions League first knockout round. We go to the Metropolitano de Madrid in the first leg, and then come back to St James's Park for the second leg in March. So that'll be in a future episode. But today, Liverpool up first. This is going to be the lineup that plays against Liverpool. We're going back to our 4-2-3-1, and we're going for Rakitic in goal. Van Zanten, Polcone, Zagadou and Bilal are the back line. Lauritsen and Teixeira in the middle of midfield. Perry on the right and Marin on the left, just to get some game time in the legs, and just to rest Mbolo and Moise Kean, and say just to get a little bit more out of the two wingers coming back. Teresiano in behind, Fetty up top. Tellier, Cook, Maya, Maddison, Mbolo, Kean and Adolfo all on the bench. Let's get this started. Newcastle, Liverpool, FA Cup third round. Let's see if we can get through. Bilal throwing the ball in, 3 minutes on the clock. Back to Teixeira, back to Bilal again, trying to get that ball in, but big Liverpool defence getting that ball out. We go to Van Zanten on this right hand side, drills that one in, and again De Ligt gets that ball clear, and Paval just picks up that ball just 30-40 yards outside their box and gets that ball clear. Goes back to Rafa Varane. Varane over the top to Ben Woodburn. He's in on goal, one-on-one with Rakitic. That's a great block by Zagadou. Done out by the ball over the top, but great pace from Zagadou to get back in and block that shot. We're 10 minutes in now. Teixeira back to Bilal, whips that ball in, trying to find Will Perry at the back post, but Raya comes and claims, and they go long again, but no Liverpool man up there. Polcone nods it down to Van Zanten, driving down that right hand side. We've got Teixeira in the middle, and then he goes back out to the right back. Can he get a ball in? Lauritsen's there, ball to the back post, Marin's there, free, open to get the shot on goal, but he heads over. Say he's lacking that match sharpness at the minute, probably why it's not on target. Teixeira again from a throw-in, whips that ball in, trying to find Lauritsen coming in. Teresiano goes for an effort, but shoots well over. Tonali being picked his pocket from Teixeira, drives forward, and the shot is tame, straight at Raya. He did have Fetty up alongside him, but went for the shot himself. Marin, free kick, goes to the back post. Perry's there, Perry scores, comes back in after a long-term injury, and scores on the 25th minute. It's Newcastle 1, Liverpool 0. It's been all action this opening 25 minutes. Marin whipping that ball in, no one picking Perry up, puts that one into the back of the net. 1-0 Newcastle, and that is half-time. Very even affair with regards to shots on goal. We've had a little bit more possession though, probably why we've gone 1-0 up. Going to get into the dressing room, going to keep it calm and just say far from pleased with what I've seen out there. Fetty up 6.4, Teresiano a 6.6, two players that we're probably looking to bring off, plus the two wingers as well. So really going to have to see who is playing poorly out of those 4 or 5 players. Second half kicks off, it's still 1-0. Paval with about 10 minutes left whips that ball in, and Getson Fernandez is there, and he hits the post and it goes out. Only real opportunity of this second half. We've made 3 subs, the 2 wingers and Arp went off. We brought Adolfo on, and then Bolo and Keane. Teresiano driving in that Liverpool defence, goes for a shot, and Raya has to push that over for a corner kick. It's going to be Mbolo to in-swing this one from that left-hand side into Keane in the near post, and Raya comes out and claims. Keane from on the free kick, going to ding that to the back post, only as far as De Ligt, falls back to Keane, and Moise Kean comes off the bench and wraps this third round tie up in the FA Cup. Moise Kean's 14th goal of the season. He dinks this one into the far post. De Ligt gets that ball clear, but it's literally just a header back to Moise Kean. He then drills that one into the bottom right hand corner. 2-0 Newcastle. Mbolo going to whip this one in again, but finds Raya, and he manages to claim that ball really comfortably. He got the ball in his hands. He's probably going to go long. They've gone to a 4-2-3-1. They were in a back five formation. Paval's gone through. He's nipped that ball ahead of Belal, and it's now 2-1 with 5 minutes to go. Belal should be dealing with that really comfortably, but he doesn't. Raya just whips that ball forward, and Paval just knocks it ahead of Belal, and he drills that one in past Rakitic. It's 2-1 now. And that is full time there. Newcastle 2, Liverpool 1. Made a little bit nervy from Paval at the end of the game, but we did enough. 2-1. Mil Perry coming in and scoring the goal there, and Moise Kean finishing the game off. Again, both Fetiarp, Aldolfo, Teresiano, all the attacking players not playing particularly well. We might have to have a brand new formation going into next season, if there is a next season. I'm just going to say that was a bit of a let-off. Need to be a little bit better against these top sides. Week's time now, we've got United in the league. I will see you when we get there. Right then, here we go. Newcastle versus United at St James's Park. The lineup is as follows. Rakitic in goal. Tellier, Boccone, Zagadou and Luis Enrique are the back line. Lauritsen and Teixeira are the two in the middle. We're just going to switch those boys round because I like Teixeira as the deep line playmaker. Mbolo on the right, Keane on the left, Teresiano in behind, Fetiarp. This is how the league looks at the minute. We are top by 12 points ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal play West Brom later on in the day. City play Chelsea. Huge game there, and looking forward to this one. The FA Cup fourth round draw has been made, and we will play Norwich in the fourth round. That's in between a couple of games against West Brom, Wolves and Brentford. But let's get into this one. United at home, we're looking for 3 points. The lineup with a 4-1-4-1, De Gea in goal, Dalot, Pavard, Upamecano and Moura out of the back line. Neves in front of that back four with Brandt on the left, Gomez on the right, and Milinkovic-Savic and Pogba in the midfield too, with Cantara up top. On the bench for Raya, Esgata, Diaz, Mamana and Icardi. So they do have backup if they need it. Going to go into the team talk, keep it calm, say we're favourites for the reason. Go out there and produce your best, and follow it up passionately saying I've got faith in you. Go out there and make the difference. Looking for 3 points here. Let's go and get them. Tellier throws the ball into Mbolo, but Ruben Neves cuts that ball out, but back to the right back, and Teresiano turns his man, goes for a goal, and Teresiano with an amazing hit. 4 minutes on the clock, and Simone Teresiano scores his second goal of the season and puts us 1-0 up. Mbolo getting out jump there from Ruben Neves, find Teresiano, and he just runs at this United defence, 20 yards out, pings it, top left-hand corner, 1-0 Newcastle. Tellier with a free kick, goes for goal. De Gea's behind that one. Neves gets that ball clear. Had a majority of the shots in this first half, and that's just being kept out by David De Gea. Lauritsen looks like he's picked up a little bit of a knock, so something we're going to have to do at half time, change that round. Say again, the attacking 4 or 5 players not playing particularly well. Lauritsen does have that injury, and cagey affair here at St James's Park. Lauritsen will come off, and we'll bring Meyer on for him, and we'll just switch some players around here. Meyer can't really play that box to box, but Teixeira can. Go back to the team talk. Gonna keep it calm. Just say far from pleased what I've seen out there. Need a little bit more from these boys in the second half. We are 1-0 up though, which is always a positive. Gomez gets that ball into the middle, and Luis Enrique clears that ball off the line, but he finds Fetiarp on the counter-attack. He beats his man. Lovely ball down the line to Breel Mbolo. Can he get the ball in? Keane's there, but it's a little bit heavy, and United get that ball clear. What a chance that could have been to go 2-0 up. Tellier with an outswinger, trying to find a black and white shirt. Zagadou's there. Zagadou scores. 25 minutes left to go on the clock, and Zagadou scores his third goal of the season. Great whipped corner from Tellier, and Zagadou just runs onto it, beats his man in the air. 2-0 Newcastle. Perry into Meyer, out to Tellier. Good quick play here from Newcastle, trying to get that early crossing to Fetiar, but he can't get onto it, and Upamecano gets that ball clear. Enrique back to Zagadou, finds a ball up to Fetiar, but again gets out jumped by Pavard. Teresiano now cuts inside, goes to Luis Enrique, down the line to Marin, back to Enrique. He's got a great delivery, finds Fetiarp, and that's a great save by David De Gea. If it wasn't for him, I would have scored there, but a great whip from Luis Enrique. Teresiano nicking the ball off of Ruben Neves, and he fires just over. United have changed their formation for the final 5 or 6 minutes, but it doesn't look like it's had any kind of effect. They've gone 4-3-3. Porcone there. Teresiano. Maya goes for a shot and straight at De Gea. Absolute domination from Newcastle in this game. They say they've changed up from a 4-1-4-1 to a 4-3-3. Doesn't seem to have any kind of effect, and it looks like we're going to run out 2-0 winners here. Final 60 seconds on the clock. Perry down this right-hand side, runs at the left back. Can he get a good ball in? He's got a great delivery as well. Teixeira into Teresiano, out to Marin, and David De Gea with a great save. He's kept them in it, as David De Gea has kept the score down to only 2. Could have been 4 or 5. We get that corner in and it's going to get wasted. Teresiano this time shoots just wide again, but I think it was another save by David De Gea. The man is still brilliant at the age of about 35, 36 in this game. That is full time. Newcastle 2, United 0. Teresiano and Zagadou with the goals. Some great play from the boys there. 8.3s for Teresiano and Zagadou. Probably would have been joint man of the match if it wasn't for Tellia's 2 assists in the game. Great game for us. Keeps our lead at the top of the table, and let's see when we're going to be back. So we will be back for the first leg of the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. We will go to Madrid for that first leg, and then we come back and we'll play Everton in the few days after that at home at St James's Park, and hopefully go on to a really good win in the first leg and carry on our good form in the league. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss any more content. Remember, tick the little bell icon while you're down there. And until next time, when we bring you Atleti and Everton, I'll see you soon.